Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to take a look at how to create an online discussion to encourage students to participate on online discussion forums. So for that, we need to go into Blackboard. To go to Blackboard, the best way to go into is to go to bcc.cuny.edu, open it on Chrome or Safari or Firefox, any of the browsers. So type bcc.cuny.edu, it takes you to our homepage, and then click on Faculty and Staff. Click on this and then it takes you to the shortcuts here. So click on Blackboard. And then you need to enter your CUNY First ID in order to enter into your Blackboard class. So please enter your CUNY First ID and password. And as soon as you click OK, it takes you to a list of all the courses that you are being teaching. So I'm just going to use a course that I've already taught in order for you to make you understand about online discussions. So I'm just going to take one Marketing 11 class here, which is here, 2018 one. So normally when you log into your class, this is how it would look like. So you will see the name of the course, you will see the home page and all the information here. So in order to post announcements, if you would like to post announcements to the class, you could just click on announcements or post announcements, or just click announcements, and then you could just create a new announcement and then type the heading, say class meeting online. So if you type class meeting online on March, say 23rd. So if you would like to type that, let's say my class is scheduled at 8 a.m. I could put 8 a.m. And then in detail, I could type here class. This week's online class will be held on March 23rd, 8 a.m. Please join. So when you click submit, this automatically posts to your announcements. So as soon as you take a look at the announcements, you'll be able to see here. So when you're creating an online discussion, you could also post an announcement saying online discussion is due this week, and then you could create a discussion. So let's create a discussion now. Click on discussions. You see discussions here, and then create a forum. So because forget about all the ones that are already here, now we're going to create a totally new forum. So let's click on create a forum and then type the name of the discussion. Let's say discussion or graded discussion 1, and then you could put the date, so March 16th to March 23rd. So if you are making it available for 1 week, you could say that, and then you could actually copy it and paste it here for the students. For the description, you could say class, please read chapter 5 from your marketing book or whatever your book that you are using before you participate, before you post here on online discussion or post on discussions, the discussion forum. You could also give guidelines about the discussion will be open or will be available for students from March 16th to March 23rd. Okay. And you could also give some other guidelines. Now that we have entered the guidelines here, I normally give them very clearly what is the due date or when the discussion will be open. And I also give few other guidelines such as how much of postings they need to do. For example, everybody should have one main post, which is the answer to their question, at least 200 words. And then I always say you should at least reply to 2 of your classmates' posts. So, and then if you want, you can also give a deadline. The main post should be uh, completed by, and you could give a deadline, say 19th March, so that all the other students have some time to read and reply. So you could type in all the discussions here, and then we go down and then we set up the discussion. So you could enter, you could make it available to the students, or if you can set a date. So if you don't want it to be available immediately, let's say you want it to be available on the 16th because you have said the discussion will be available on the 16th, all we have to do is click on this and set a time, March 16th from midnight, and then display until, so you have said 23rd until the end of day. So you could go and type I want it at the end of the day, so you could press that and say end of the day. So this discussion will not be shown to students until March 16th, and then it will be available from March 16th, and it will automatically go away from the students view on 23rd at 11:59 p.m. So the students will have to have post at least at this time, and then after that, if there are anybody who's late, they probably will go in and probably tell you, Professor, the discussion is not available, and you have to just tell them that it is past due. And then you can also set the grade. You could say, let's say you're giving 2 points or 10 points for this grade, you could just enter 10 here, so automatically it goes on here. And you could also set a due date and say the due date is 23rd of March up to end of day. You could say end of day, and then you could set a due date, so that's the end. And then you could go and add a rubric if you want. You could, or you could just leave it like that and click submit. So when I click submit, as an author, you will be able to see the discussion here. It will be seen to your view. So if you see marketing discussion one here, it'll be shown to your view. As an instructor, you will be able to see it, but the students will not be able to see it until the 16th. So all they have to do is when they open that, they're able to see this, click on this, and then they create a thread, and then they start posting their threads. So if you want, you could even start the thread. So you click create thread, and then you post your question here. So the question, or you could just put your name, instructor post, or question, or discussion question can be on there. Or you could post the question in the previous screen, or you could post your question here. Either way, you can post it here and say, discuss the importance of customer service in marketing. So that's the question. And then if you want, you can even repeat the guidelines here. So you can reinforce it to the students and click submit. So that's my first post, and they will be able to create a new thread and answer the question, or they read this question and they reply to it. Either way, they can participate in this online discussions. And this is how you post an online discussions for the students, and it will be available on the discussions. So if you want to put it in an announcement saying that there's a discussion this week, you could click on this discussion, and you have to copy this link on here, the complete link from the URL here. Copy it. You can right click, and then you can copy the link, and then you could go to the announcements and say create a new announcement, and you could say online discussion forum, this forum due this week. And then you could say an online discussion is due this week. This week, the forum is available from March 16th to 23rd. And you could give all the other guidelines, and you could also say, please click the link below for the discussion forum. And then you paste the discussion forum, and then you click submit. So the the announcement has been posted now. So as soon as the student sees this, he says, okay, there's an online discussion this week. Okay, let me click on this. And then when they click it, it automatically takes them to that discussion, which makes it much easier for the students. The reason why I always post announcements for discussions is that students sometimes they go look at it and they're not able to find it sometimes, and they send an email back to you saying, I can't find the discussion. So it's always better to put the discussion in an announcement and give them the link here. So as soon as they click on this link, it goes directly to the discussion. Okay. Thank you so much. And this is how you click post an online discussion for the students. And you can also click on the discussions and you could go down and you can see them from time to time, how many students are posting and what time they have posted. So if you click on this, you will be able to see a list of all the postings. For example, I'm going to show you one of my other discussions that I've had. So as soon as the students post, automatically you'll be able to see all the students' names and their postings, and you could go and you could read it and you could give them a grade, or you could go to the grade center and start grading them, or you could just read it and give them a grade for their post. So that's how you post online discussions for students, and you'll be able to see that in the discussion section of your course menu here. Thank you.